Do you have fake Unakite hiding out in your collection? My name is Sheila from Satin Crystals, and today we are going to discover if your Unakite is real or not. Now, before we do that, I thank you for subscribing to the Satin Crystals channel, as we have a lot of information on Unakite and all of your favorite gemstones. Thanks for subscribing and liking this video. Let's begin to learn about real versus fake Unakite. Now, what is Unakite? Unakite is not a very well-known stone. Basically, it is composed of 3 different stones. So you have a green epidote, pink feldspar, and clear to white quartz. And these 3 are the main minerals that make up Unakite. We do have an in-depth article all about Unakite at Satin Crystals, and we also have an overview video that you can find right before this one. Luckily for us, not much fake Unakite exists out there, but it does exist, so we want to be aware of what we are buying. So you might find faux Unakite made out of polymer clay, out of glass, out of plastics, and you want to be able to tell the difference between faux Unakite and real Unakite. Now, usually the vendors will label it faux or fake Unakite, but sometimes they don't know themselves, or they're just trying to get away with something and sell you the real thing. Now, one big red flag to be aware of is if a vendor calls their Unakite Unakite Jasper. Unakite Jasper does not exist. They just want to use this term because Jasper is so much more well known than Unakite. So combining the two, they hope to attract more customers. Now, this again could be just a deceptive vendor, or it could just be a clueless vendor. So what you really want to do is find a reputable vendor who knows what they're talking about, they're educated on their stones, and they're helping you get educated so that you can know what you are buying. Now, I'm going to give you a few tips on how to tell if your Unakite is real or fake, and then you can head over to the real versus fake Unakite article on Satin Crystals, as we have even more ideas, including more scientific tests that you can do yourself. Unakite is approximately 6.5 to 7 on the Mohs scale of hardness out of 10. So it is a relatively durable, hard stone, but anything that is over a 7 will be able to scratch the Unakite. Anything under 7 on the Mohs scale of hardness will not be able to scratch your Unakite. So this is a good way to tell if you have real Unakite or not. Now, here I have a raw ruby. Corundum is around a 9 on the Mohs scale of hardness. So when I scratch the Unakite with the ruby, the Unakite will show a scratch mark on the surface, whereas the other way around, if I scratch the ruby with the Unakite, nothing will happen. You may find some powdery streaks on the harder material, but when you wipe these away, you'll notice that there is no actual scratch on the stone surface. So this is a great way to distinguish if you have real Unakite or not, depending on what you are scratching it with. Unakite, like many other natural crystals, are cool to the touch. So when you pick them up, you can feel that nice, cool energy, and they will gradually heat up in your hands as you're holding them. Other material like resins or plastics are a little warmer to the touch when you pick them up. So this is a very relative test. So you have to know exactly how cool the stone is versus how warm a plastic or other material is. Beware that glass is also cool to the touch, so this won't quite distinguish glass from Unakite, but it can distinguish other materials depending on how cool the stone is when you are picking it up. Another test you can do to determine if your Unakite is real is the crystal streak test. This is when you streak your crystal along an unglazed white tile and you see what color powder comes out of your stone. Now, no matter what color is outwardly appearing on your Unakite, so there's pink and greens, the streak or the powder will always be white or clearish, so you can tell that that is Unakite. It won't let off a pink or a green streak, which may be let off if the stone is dyed. So this is the crystal streak test. Unakite will always have that pink feldspar that we discussed before. So you will always see green epidote, pink feldspar, and sometimes the white quartz may be a little bit hidden away, but the pink and the green you should see. The pink may be very, very tiny as well, but it should be there if you want to call the stone Unakite. If it is just the green and the quartz together, that is a totally different stone and it is called episodite. So again, pink must be present for your stone to be a real Unakite. Unakite has a stable color. So when you mix it with other chemicals like acetone, which is also nail polish remover, the color will not be removed. So this is a way you can tell if your Unakite is dyed, if the color is seeking out, or if it is a totally different material or stone. Unakite will never have air bubbles. Air bubbles are an indication that your stone is actually a glass. So to tell this, you're going to need to magnify. You can use a little diamond loupe, or if you have a magnifying glass, you can check out your Unakite and see if there's any little air bubbles. It will have natural inclusions, but it will not have the little bubbles that are characteristic of glass. Now, this is best done if your piece has some quartz in it, because then you can see more in the translucent areas if you can see any bubbles or not. Real Unakite will not dissolve in water. It also won't dissolve in a lot of soluble acids, so it is pretty durable. It is also one of the stones that you can cleanse in water. So if you have a material that is called Unakite, but it is actually dissolving in the water, you know that that is not real. Those are a few tips on how to tell if your Unakite is real or fake. Now, if you are still unsure, we do have more tests and some scientific ones like density and specific gravity on the Satin Crystals article. And after that, if you're still unsure, you want to send your stones in to a certified gemological laboratory, as they can certify for you what it actually is. But as I said, this is not really a great option for Unakite because Unakite is so affordable, it's easy to find, it's not that valuable to send into a lab because you'll have to pay and you'll have to wait, and it might ruin your specimen as well. So again, have a reputable seller, and if you need one, here we are at Satin Crystals. We have a whole collection of real Unakite stones and jewelry for you to shop from. And while you're there, we also have a Satin Crystals VIP club. It's free to join, and we send you crystal information every single week. As always, I thank you for watching our video, for subscribing to our channel, and for spreading your positive energy all around our universe.